This is a continuation on Ferring Technologies web development tutorial, and today we'll be talking about setting up development environment. So, if you remember vividly in our last video, we spoke about how the internet works and what is web development. So, we said something about web development being of two category, front end and back end. The front end is the one we can see and interact with, while the back end is the one we cannot see but they perform a major function in the web space. So now if you take an illustration now, if you have a university and in that university there is there is a course called mathematics, for example, and they say, okay, let's teach students mathematics. A place where they teach students mathematics is a lecture theater or a classroom. So on web development aspect now, a place where we write code is called a code editor. A place where we write code, where we are able to edit our code, we are able to like produce different type of platforms. The place where we write it from scratch is called a code editor. And we have different code editors. We have a whole lot of different types, but the major one we're using for the purpose of this training is called VS Code. And that is because VS Code is popular, is lightweight, and is powerful. And more so, it comes with a lot of features and it's literally free. So, moving on, setting up the development environment. A development environment can be defined as a setup that allows your developer to write, test, and debug their code effectively. As I said earlier, is an environment that helps you write, test, debug, edit your code effectively. And having the right tool and configuration in place is crucial for efficient coding and collaboration. So, and the best code editor we have, I can say the best. It's not necessarily the best because code editor is code editor. Just like when we have Microsoft Office now, and we have the one for Google. That's Google Docs. They are both document. They are both text editors, but they are just owned by different companies. So as VS Code and other ones. But VS Code is the easiest, is easy, is popular, is lightweight, and is very good. So in this definition here, it said Visual Studio Code, that's VS Code, is a popular, lightweight, and a powerful code editor that is developed by Microsoft, and it supports wide range of programming language and comes with features that makes coding easier and more efficient. So that's just the basic definition of what VS Code is. So how to install VS Code? So the first thing we need to do on VS Code is that you must on installing VS Code is that you must have a very you must have an internet connection because you'll be looking for VS Code. So we can just randomly search for VS Code on your browser, then it pops up this. This is their um official website. So you just click on the download button and you see if you're using a if you're using a what's the name? If you're using a Mac, this is for you. If you're using another type of operating system, Ubuntu, Debian and co, this is for you. If you are using Windows, and this is for you. So is the Windows aspect that I'm using because the computer I'm using is a Windows computer. So we downloading the Windows and it says thank you for downloading VS Code and it starts downloading. So I'm going to save this on my download. Yeah, I'm going to save this on my download. So let's see. Is downloading. So in the process of downloading, let's let's continue. So it says go to the official website, download the version compatible with your operating system, install, follow the installation. So after it has downloaded, I will show you the installation instructions for your specific operating system. Then you can now launch your VS Code and start writing codes. So the VS Code is going to be in your download section here. So it's going to be here. This is it. So open it, click on here, show in folders. So after we've opened it on the folder here, we'll click, double click, then we'll run the application. And after that, we'll accept. There are reasons why we should be careful while installing this thing because of some certain settings to make it easier for us to navigate. So we don't need to click on this. It should create a start menu folder. So we should continue. Then we're going to click all here. You should be able to do the add open with code sections on and this one and this one. Now let me explain this. When they say create a desktop icon, that is on our desktop page here. On our desktop page here there will be an icon of VS Code there. Then the second one, which is add open with code action to the Fly Explorer without the window explorer file context menu. That is when we right click on our when we right click on anything here and we open and we right click here, it should bring out an options here that says open with code. That okay, something like this, we open like this, we should be able to see open with code in the list of things that are here. That is why you have to like tick here. So it's easier for us to open any file anywhere with code. So we're going to click on the next option there and that should be all. Then we'll start installing. This process might take a while, so you just have to like calm down while it's working. So let's wait. After installation, there will be some setting up we'll be doing. So now that's it. We are done with the first one. Which is go to the official VS Code website and download the version compatible with your operating system. Follow the installation which we have done to specific OS. Once installed, then you can launch to start coding. Then key features, integrated terminal. That is the key features of VS Code include integrated terminals. That is, you can open a terminal directly within your VS Code, making it easier to run command and script without leaving your keyboard. For now, let's explain. I will explain what this means. It means there is something we call command prompt. Yeah, there's something we call command prompt. Your PC should have it by default. It's called terminal. It's a terminal where you can like assign this to perform some specific functions for you. This terminal. So what they are trying to say is that on our VS Code, it has this inbuilt already. So you don't need to come here to be doing some command to write some command before it answers. You can do it directly on your VS Code. I will show you where it is on the VS Code after installation. So the next one is extensions. Just like in your Play Store, your App Store, there is the function of App Store is that okay, maybe there are something you need to make your phone run faster. Make it now. Let's say for example, you need somewhere you can be able to watch movies without using what came with your phone. You go to Play Store, you can download VLC, you can download MS Player. That's the same thing that is here in VS Code. The extension has a library of extensions. They call it extensions, like a functionality that makes your code be more easier to do, make it more easier for you to write code faster, make it give you your personal pace of your just call it a personal styling. Now, yeah, your personal styling, just like the way you can go to our store and download anything you want to make sure you use your phone very well the way you want it. That the same way extensions look like. Then IntelliSense, which is the next one here, offers intelligent code completion based on variable types, functions, and different. This is just like working like an AI and JIT integration. So VS Code has an inbuilt support for JIT, making it easier to manage version control directly from editor. So I think part of this training is going to talk about JIT, and JIT is just like Google Cloud, and I think on Apple we have iCloud. So it's just like an online space, an online storage system where you can store stuffs without storing it locally on your computer. So that's what JIT Hub is used for. Just like an online place you can store your codes without having to like bombard your system space. So customizing the interface, choose a theme that suits your preference and install extensions for the language and tools you'll be using, e.g. prettier for code formatting, and N is for JavaScript linting, keyboard shortcuts, learn and customize shortcuts for common tasks to increase portability. That's basic things you need to know. So our VS Code has installed finished. So we need to launch. So this must be ticked for it to open immediately after that. So automatically we see our VS Code here. So one thing I need to do is once I want to install VS Code, I will I will sorry. The reason why it came up like this is because I have installed my VS Code initially, so it bring back what I have installed. So no need for me like doing setup from scratch. But if you're setting up from scratch, this is how yours will look like. This is how yours will look like. Might not look like this though, but it will surely look something similar to this. And it will not have all of these. It should have just one, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. Yeah, you have those first four, and I'll show you some things about it. So let me close this. So that's how to install a VS Code. Now setting up VS Code. Before we learn how to code, I'll just give you some things you need to know. If you remember here, I said integrated terminal. So if you look at your VS Code here, these three dots here, it has the word terminal. So now let's open. So the terminal here, this is terminal here. So it's exactly the same thing I showed you the other time on command prompt, the one I said command prompt. So that's exactly what this one too does. This have access to your PC or everything. You can do whatever terminal you can do from here, whatever thing you want it to do from here. So the next one is extension. So the meaning of extension that I explained earlier. So this is the section for extension here. Once you click on here, you can look for any extension, maybe prettier. Prettier is just like something that makes your code looks nicer and easier to read. So this is it here. I have installed it. That is why it did not bring out the install button like it brings out for other platforms here. So what else again? Then this is Figma. Figma is like a how will I call it? Figma is like an advanced graphic design. Yeah, but it's for websites. It's for websites whereby you can like design the a pictorial representation of what your website is going to look like. We call it user, we call it interface. Yeah, of how your website is going to look like. So this is an extension. This is an extension. Everything here is an extension here that that I installed on this VS Code. So you have a lot of extensions you can install to make your work easier and faster. There's one that even helps you correct. Maybe you are not good at spelling. Once you write your wrong spelling, it checks which is the code spell checker. You see it. I have a lot of installed extensions here. So as time goes on, you will know some extensions you need and the ones you did not need. But for now, you don't need any extension as far as I'm concerned. But as time goes on, you will need some. So moving on, we have another one which is IntelliSense. So that one I've explained that earlier. Um, it's just like an AI. That's just what it does. We'll explain that later. Then JIT integration. That's going to be another video of what that it is a particular video that will be majorly on what JIT integration and what JIT is all about. So that will be the end of this video. That's how to install our VS Code. This is our code editor. And see you in the next video. Thank you very much.